Hello, everybody. Hope you're all feeling really good. And thank you for all the positive comments from the last clip and the likes. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. So I just thought I would do a short clip about a dream I had last night. Yes, bore you with my dreams. But I hope that maybe it can help you in some way, and you can refer back to your own situation in, well, how it's helped me, I suppose. And it has helped me already. And it wasn't anything really detailed that happened. It was more the feeling I had when I woke up. So I had this dream, and I was told without words that the reason I was feeling unhappy, and I'm not unhappy all the time, but there's this underlying feeling within me of dissatisfaction, which I hadn't really identified up until that moment. And it showed me, consciousness, God, that the reason for it was I wasn't in the right line of work, and so I wasn't fulfilling my potential. And then it showed me how I would feel if I was in the right line of work, which was acting. It was definitely performing, and I am quite surprised about that. Not completely, but because it feels like it's a difficult thing to do, but nothing's impossible, is it? And I felt really just satisfied and happy, fulfilled, because I was doing what I was meant to be doing. And it was so clear in that moment, this is why, and this is what I'm meant to do. And just felt so good, really good. And I woke up and immediately felt, well, I have to give up my job. It's so clear to me that I can't spend the rest of my life doing something that's not going to satisfy me totally. And I love teaching. When it's good, it's not always great, but I love children and I get a lot from them, and I hope I give a lot back, and I love the creativity, but it's never felt to me like my, what I'm supposed to be doing. It's felt like it's right for now, like I have to learn something from it. And I do want to write children's stories, and I feel like I give a lot back to them, but it just feels like it's enough now. You have to move on to what you're really meant to be doing. And then, of course, I felt I can't just give it up, and there's nothing to go to, and then all the stress. And then it's just going back to the same old, just thinking, oh, I don't really want to do this, but I need the money to survive and have a roof over my head, blah, 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 like lots of us do. But I knew deep down inside, it was not that I had to do something or do something immediately. It was as though God was giving me this reassurance in a dream that this was going to happen, because he knew that I was feeling a bit low and demotivated, finding it difficult to take any action, even towards what I want to do. And I felt he gave that to me to give me hope and to show me just a glimpse of what it can be, what it will be, what it is now, in the future, in this moment. And I still feel it inside, this sense of satisfaction, which is, it is done. It is done. And I don't even want to say, I hope it is, because that's doubt. I believe it is. I believe it is. And I just feel quite happy that it's going to go in a different way. I know it is. It has to. And I suppose I wanted to share with you that maybe we all had dreams when we were children. And I remember this as well, that when I was younger, I was so sure I wanted to act in some way. I mean, I didn't have to be a famous, great Hollywood actress, but I wanted to act, whether that was on the stage or TV. But I was lacking in confidence, and I felt that it's something lots of people want to do, which is true, and therefore very hard to get into. It's true. But the bottom line is, nothing is impossible. If you have the ability and the desire and the belief in yourself, then you can really build on a lot with that and accomplish a lot. But sadly, I was not confident enough, and my family also, they just wanted the best for me, but they encouraged me to follow more academic subjects, things that I'd proven that I was good at, and they had hopes for me in a different area. And they said, well, you can always do acting at a later stage, get your degree, blah, blah, blah. But then, of course, it's not just get your degree, it's get your work experience, get this. And it never happens. And I just felt I was being tricked a bit. And here I am, much older, much later on in life, and I didn't do it. And so I felt that in the morning, like, you see, you were right. That's what you were meant to do, and it's coming through now, and you haven't done it. But then again, there was that feeling that it's done. And I thought, it's not over yet. It ain't over till the fat lady sings, is it? And I'm going to do it. And I see a way where I have a plan to write myself into a successful TV series and to insist that I have this role. It's a bit rocky, I know, and it worked for him, but it doesn't mean it's going to work for me. But at least I'm thinking of something to do, some way of getting in there. Yeah, it's a plan. The main thing is to keep assuming it's done, of course, and the right way will come to me. There was something else as well I was going to say. Can't remember what it was. But, oh yes, and then I got an email through from the volunteer coordinator at the cathedral where I read every week. And somebody had sent in an email saying that they had really enjoyed my reading over the Easter weekend, and it had moved them. And that really meant a lot to me, because that's what I wanted to do. And I feel when I get a reading, and it was a really good one that they gave me, I went through it and I found where the emotion was, where I would put the emotion in a subtle way. And I practiced it. And then when I actually came to reading it in front of everybody, I was completely in the moment. And I really felt the words. And I felt that the silence in between the words gave it more feeling and drama. And I think it was the best reading I've ever done, because I was completely in it. And it's so nice to hear that other people had felt that too, and somebody else contacted me about it. And then to get that message in the morning after the dream, and it was about the second reading as well, so I thought, double whammy, I've done both of them fairly well. I thought, there's another sign. I can use my voice and people feel something from it. So the ability is there, the talent is there. It's just, I've got to develop the ultimate self-belief and action on top of it so that I give it everything I've got. And God was showing me what the result of that will be. That feeling of satisfaction, of fulfilling your aim in life, complete joy and confidence and fulfillment, which is worth fighting for. And yet, I have this fear of actually doing something. And it's not, I don't feel it's fear of success. It's like I'm afraid of not doing things perfectly, messing it up. It's like I can't face it. And so it takes me ages to get started with writing. And I don't know if anyone else identifies with that. It's like I am my own worst enemy in some ways. And that's what frustrates me the most. And this fight against time, like time's running out. Come on, when are you going to do something about it? You haven't got forever. And I need to have some kind of pressure on me to do it. But I need to also be living in a feeling of serenity and peace and joy that it's already accomplished. But that's just the struggle, isn't it? That's part of the human condition that and what I'm always saying about objective reality, not trusting objective reality, to live in the peace of God and to know it's already done rather than looking around you and feeling nothing's going to change and this is my life and that's it, because it's not true. And that's why I think every day we need to remind ourselves that, tell ourselves that, so that it doesn't stop us. So what kind of dreams did you have when you were a child? And did you achieve some of them? And do you still want to achieve some of them? Because it's not too late. Yeah, I think most people who watch this channel, they do have a main goal in mind that they want to achieve. And they believe what Neville Goddard says. And that's good because it's true. But we're up against all the ideas that have formed our identity since we were children. And the idea that it's us and external reality, and they're two separate things. And so we're up against that, like competition, when actually there is no separation between ourselves and our environment. And that's why we have to train ourselves every day to see our environment as being part of ourselves and to live in the feeling of the wish fulfilled, the feeling of what it would be like if we were actually where we want to be right now, in that state, from the morning to the evening. I think the morning and the evening, they're the most important times. Like when you wake up, you set your goal for the day, you remind yourself of what's real and what you're going to rest in. And then before you go to sleep, when you go into the subconscious, what you take there, as Neville Goddard says, it's like you can imagine yourself in a different environment, a different room, maybe a big, beautiful room in the new house you'd be living in if you achieved your dream, or in a different country. And just take that into sleep. And if you can imagine in the morning and imagine last thing at night, I think that's enough. And before I got my house, I used to imagine in the morning, at lunchtime, and in the evening, because I felt 3 times a day, that's okay, and I can remember that. And I would just say, thank you for the house, thank you. And imagine the house that I was trying to get. And then I got the house against all odds. And I kept saying thank you. So just like with the last clip, thank you is very important. Thanking God that we have what we want. We already have it. It's bringing it out of the invisible, as I always say. It's already there. Creation is finished. I think it was Andrew in the comments said that helped him, that comment, creation is complete. And it does give a feeling of, it's done. No struggle, no strife. I hope that helped you anyway. I'm sorry if it's going on too much about myself, but I just wanted to record it, and hopefully it will give hope to other people who want to accomplish something. And it's a reminder for me to keep going no matter what. I do feel a lot of hope now. I feel it's going to happen. It's like I needed that. I really needed it. And I will remember it when I start to feel the same way again, which will surely come. So let's just believe that we have the confidence to achieve our dreams, because we have all the power we need within us to do that. And the only person that can stop us is ourselves. So, which is my greatest fear, really, that I will stop myself. So let's not do that. Let's always have complete faith and love ourselves enough to fulfill our aim in life. Okay, so I think that's enough. It's always great to read the comments, and I always try and answer all of them, and I check back to see if there's any others too. I really appreciate the intelligence and the helpfulness the most in the comments. People really think about relevant subjects and ideas that could help other people and what struck them. And I really appreciate our little community. It's exactly what I wanted, that it would be like a forum where we can all exchange ideas. And I really value everybody who watches. I value. I really value it when people leave comments and the likes. Very, very nice of you to do that. So I hope you like this one too. And let me know what you think, as always. So take care, everybody, and all the best living in the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Bye.